directly. It says, I remember the words of Jesus. When they persecute you in one city, then flee to another. I accepted that advice and had to move on. I feel disappointed that I had to leave my country of my birth and where my children live. Tell us what your faith was like during this, what role your faith played to carry you through in these words that you've given, that Jesus gave his followers to have confidence in the face of persecution like you've experienced.
It was my faith that sustained me. I don't know how I could have done it without this faith, because I believe what happened to me was so unjust. But something else happened, and it was a newspaper article in the Guardian newspaper. I'm sorry that I can't remember the absolute timeline of this. I think it was probably late 2019 that a journalist, she's actually an Australian journalist, picked up the Healthcare Complaints Commission's complaints upon me, and she wrote an article in the Guardian newspaper in London. And that Guardian newspaper, of course, can be read worldwide, because it was within probably hours of it hitting the press, we got a phone call from London, 7:30 in the morning, saying, we're just warning you, a very bad article has been written on you in the Guardian newspaper, claiming that you are a fraud and a threat to public safety.
Oh my God.
Misusing a lot of my words. That was hard. And then a few hours later, we got a call from America saying, we're just warning you, this Guardian newspaper has gone around. By the end of the day, I was getting emails from my sisters saying, we've just read what they've said. And my sisters are very medical. They said, we don't know the whole story, but we just want you to know that we support you. We know you. We know we call you the gentle healer. We know how honest you are. So we don't believe what they're saying. And that was very nice. It was very, very nice to get that. But I think that a lot of people read that and thought, she must have done something wrong for this to have happened. And something else happened too, and that was a doctor in the Cook Islands read the Guardian newspaper. Now, I had been to the Cook Islands twice, one a few months previously and one a year ago, giving health lectures. We found it where they were very successful programs, so much so that I was getting requests from other islands, even from the chiefs of those islands wanting me to lecture there. But this doctor from the Cook Islands had read the Guardian newspaper, so he went to the Cook Island government and said, this woman needs to be banned.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez, everywhere she went.
That really saddened me.
Yeah.
And we got a letter from the Cook Island government saying that I was banned from those islands. I am so sorry when people do not investigate and find out the truth for themselves. And this is really what inspired Michael to write the book, The Assassination of Barbara O'Neill, to basically vindicate me, I guess, and tell the true story. When I saw the title, I said, Michael, that's a little strong. He said, no, it's good, it's good. The cover's red. I said, Michael, red? He said, no, it's good. And also the graphic designer, they agreed that it needed to be strong. So that book, I guess, is an illustration of my husband's love for me, which my heart was really overwhelmed that he did that. But it was also Michael's sense of great injustice that had been done, wanting to do something to fight that. Something else happened about this time, because Michael wanted to take this to court. He wanted it to be revealed in the courts, the injustice. But he says, I'm too innocent and too ignorant to go on the court stand. I might not say the right thing. He said, I don't see their wicked designs. He said, I see too much the good in people. Whereas he loves taking the stand because he sees straight through them. And he was at church, our local church, and he met a doctor there. And the doctor, I think, was from Romania, a European country. And he said, Michael, I want to tell you my story. He said, 30 years ago, I fled our country because of communism. Australia would not acknowledge my education as a doctor, so I did another 5 years to be acknowledged as a medical doctor in Australia. I worked as a medical doctor in Australia for another 10 years, and then a complaint was put in about me that I wasn't writing enough prescriptions. And so I became a target of the Healthcare Complaints Commission too. And they banned me.
He wasn't producing.
Because I was not writing enough prescriptions.
Not making
He said,
enough money off
to the
this
High
guy.
Court.
Let's ban
I
him.
lost. He said, I have lost my house. He said, I've lost my job. I've lost my qualifications. He said,
Wow.
please don't take it to court. You'll lose everything. And it was after that interview that Michael had with that doctor that he wrote the book.
Right on.
And he decided not to take it to court.
Well, the book definitely is attention grabbing. And I think that's a good thing because then people's attention is grabbed. But no, she's still alive, talking to us today. But do you
Hallelujah.
mind telling